Ahuru, everybody. Just want to welcome everybody tonight. We are here at the Black Power Blueprint Live right here in North St. Louis. Same place as the Aquaba Hall at 4101 West Florissant, as well as the Uhuru House. So just want to really welcome everybody. Tonight, we are talking about this is how we do it, how we build self-determination by building economic power in the hands of the African working class. Not only is the Black Power Blueprint doing economic work right here on West Florissant in North St. Louis City, we are also going to talk tonight about how the Black Power Blueprint is bringing healthy foods and produce to our neighborhood through the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. But before we do that, just want to give you a little more information about the Black Power Blueprint in case this is your first time joining us. The Black Power Blueprint is a joint program of the African People's Education and Defense Fund, APEDF, and Black Star Industries, BSI, transforming North St. Louis through renovation, economic development, and political power by and for the Black community. So in addition to the Uhuru House directly across the street is the Gary Brooks Outdoor Event Space and Garden. We have a lot designated for a community basketball court on West Florissant and College Avenue. And next door to that is a fourplex apartment building that has been renovated to provide housing for the African Independence Workforce Program. And this is just the beginning. Our upcoming project includes an African women's health facility and retail space right down the street, as well as the Gico Kitchen and Cafe over on Goodfellow Avenue, and so much more. The Black Power Blueprint is coordinated by the powerful APEDF Board President Onozene Yeshitela, based on the vision of Chairman Omali Yeshitela, who has organized throughout the world, building power in the hands of the African working class for 50 years. We thank all of our thousands of donors who have contributed to these projects over the past 3.5 years. We are excited to be able to talk about the second event of our newest project this Saturday, July 3rd, the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market, which is located right here on Alice and West Florissant Avenue in North St. Louis City, right down the street from O'Fallon Park. You're gonna hear all about it tonight, so stay tuned. Also, with your support, we will be raising $500 tonight towards the work of the Black Power Blueprint. So go to blackpowerblueprint.org and donate to help us reach our goal.
So also we want to welcome and salute, well, thank you, Nze, for the overview. We also want to welcome and salute APEDF Board President Onozene Yeshitela and Chairman Omali Yeshitela and everyone else who will be attending this event tonight. Yes, Nze, I'm excited to let everyone know about the tremendous success of APEDF's newest and truly amazing project, the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market, which launched, as you said, right here on Alice and West Florissant last month, Saturday, June 5th. And we'll be holding our second One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market this Saturday, July 3rd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So before we get started or go further, we want to watch a video and a brief PowerPoint of photos from the market. One Africa, One Nation.
One Africa, One Nation. One Africa, One Nation. One Africa, One Nation. One Africa, One Nation.
One Africa, One Nation.
My name is Tichara Masimba. I'm the project director for the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. And we just really want to invite people to come out today to this Black-led USDA funded farmers market. And this is transforming the community. We're going to have vendors all up and down this area, a part of this farmers market that is bringing economic development to the Black community. We're going to have fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. We'll have vendors selling jewelry that they make and all kinds of entrepreneurs, business developers who will be able to vend as a part of this farmers market. So it is a weekly market, happens every first Saturday of the month from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Right here at 4031 West Florissant. To promoting this thing, dedicated to helping you build a business who will transform this monthly market next year into a weekly market.
And everybody that came out today to celebrate such an amazing occasion. I want to just really appreciate everybody that came out today to the first One Africa, One Nation market, farmers market. We had a great time. I mean, I'm sweating. I had a good time. All the vendors were amazing. All the community people that came out and shopped with the vendors. We had a good time. But you don't want to miss every first Saturday of every month. So July, we'll be right here on the first Saturday of July. Don't meet me here, beat me here. Revolutionary time! Revolutionary time! Revolutionary solution! Revolutionary time! Revolutionary solution! Ahoy!
All right, so we want to watch some, look at a slideshow to show some of the incredible pictures from our first market. All right, so here we see a picture to your left facing the screen. The rapper Slow Spread Love, who has the all black t-shirt on, and some of his crew and family, you know, an incredible artist who performed and really gave up, you know, a real salute to the Black Power Blueprint and its significance. Also, some of you may recognize the picture if you're from St. Louis in the upper right-hand corner, Tammy Holland, who is a very, you know, noted personality, radio personality in St. Louis, and a real supporter of the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market and the Black Power Blueprint. So here you see a lemonade stand. There was one incredible thing about this was that we had about 5 mothers who brought their daughters out to become vendors, you know, teaching them how to go into business for themselves. And this was one of our, you know, very young business owners right here in the Black community at the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market to the left. She has her own lemonade stand and it is hers. So here we see to the left, Slow Spread Love, you know, performing there. We had an incredible list of speakers and performers, leaders and residents from throughout the community and artists from throughout the St. Louis area. It was just very incredible. And then to the right, featured is one of our vendors, along with the MC and Black Power Blueprint volunteer. She also leads the Uhuru Interview Volunteer Brigade, Zanlile Mpico, who has the microphone there. And we also see, you know, some other attendees, you know, just having a good time here. You just see festivity and light. And here is a local resident, you know, I see him throughout the week, you know, you know, riding through the community. Sometimes you see him walking, sometimes you see him on a bike, sometimes in a car, you know, very, very supportive of this project. So he's getting him some a bag of vegetables right here, and featured along with Cecilia Arzaga, who also is the market assistant for the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. And then we see here the infamous Mr. Gary Brooks, you know, after whom we named the garden, which is just to the right here. You can barely see some of it. The Gary Brooks Black Power Community Garden, you know, just a real member of the Black Power Blueprint team. And, you know, he and his brother and niece and nephew really helped build the garden during COVID when most people were indoors. And we also see Abdullah Muhammad, who is also the security and logistics coordinator for the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. So here we just see another, you know, entrepreneur, you know, very, very incredibly talented woman. And I had a pleasure to speak, you know, speaking with her, but she's an artist, she paints, you can see that to the left, but also, you know, decided to supplement her business by selling jewelry and other, you know, I think handmade items. So here is Denisha Young, who is performing a song from her new album entitled Higher. So I don't know how to get the album, but you can search on some of the platforms to see if you can get a hold to Denisha Young's Higher. Incredible artist. And again, here we see Slow Spread Love. And to his left in the purple shirt, we see Deborah with Rose Chop Suey. So her family has been in this community for generations, and she's a strong, strong supporter of the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. And here we just see more kids. That was one of the extraordinary things to see, was just the number of children out in the community, you know, able to just play in the streets. And it was one of those, you know, atmospheres where you allowed your children to have some freedom, you know, some ability to just play and just be children. And that was one of the beautiful things that we saw. And then here we have a Black Power Blueprint volunteer. an artist who named Mikhail. He's showcasing some of his artwork from his company, DAI, and on display, being promoted by Zanlile and Pico, the MC for today. So here in the center is Jabria Taylor, and then to her right is Cece from CW's Heal Thyself. And now we'll watch a short video of myself.
We're dealing with something referred to as gentrification. It comes from the word gentry, which means essentially people with money. It means the ruling class, the elite class. That is the gentry. So when you have gentrification, you have the gentry class taking the land, the labor, the property, all of the value created by one people, and they are extracting it for their benefit. That is gentrification.
All right, so I hope you all enjoyed the videos. Hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint. And we just want to say that APEDF is, was really happy to have won this U.S. Department of Agriculture 3-year grant for a farmers market right here in North St. Louis. The market launch was on June 5th and was really a great success because the community was excited to come out and really enjoy the vendors, the music, and just have the pleasure of just being with others in the community in a beautiful and fun setting right here on West Florissant. So the market was held and is held right here at 4031 West Florissant, right across the street from the Uhuru House, in fact, in an area that the city has, very literally left for dead in so many ways. Their policies, have essentially been to starve this community out and let buildings rot and put massive resources in the pockets of big developers for gentrification while they push the Black community out. So you see scores and scores of vacant and abandoned buildings, closing schools, and but right here on this corner and up and down West Florissant, as a result of the Black Power Blueprint, you see buildings that are no longer salvageable being demolished, and new facilities and buildings being built on top of them, renovating various different projects that we'll get more into. But here we are, through the initiative of the Black Star Industries and APEDF, able to do it for ourselves in this whole process of creating economic and political power for the Black community, for the Black working class, coming from the bottom up to uplift the whole community, no one at the expense of the other. So it was an incredible event on June 5th, and we so look forward to this upcoming Saturday, June 3rd, for our second monthly One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. We really want to encourage people to go to blackpowerblueprint.org to look at photos of the entire Black Power Blueprint, which includes the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market, and to make donations. So, you just felt this kind of exuberance at the market on that day. It's just the beautiful outdoor event space that we have right here on Allison, West Florissant, right next to the Uhuru House, under this humongous 50-foot tall, 25 by 15-foot wide, large red, black, and green flag that towers over us at the time that we're having this incredible event. So we really want to thank and acknowledge some of our vendors, our cultural workers, and others. We have, for example, the DJ who came out. He does most of our events. An incredible DJ and an incredible friend to the Black Power Blueprint. So we want to give it up for DJ Oliver, who played several times This Is How We Do It, and he got that right. So we decided to actually name this webinar This Is How We Do It, to show how we do it in terms of the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. So I want to give it up to all of the performers, all of the speakers. We had Alderman Jesse Tide come out. We had 21st Ward Committee Woman Laura Keys. We had volunteers like Jabria Taylor, Wanda Carson, Lady James, Candice Jones, Sam McGowan, Manny, and just a whole host of others. We want to give it up to the hardworking staff of the One Africa, One Nation Marketplace, as well as the local committee members of the Black Power Blueprint. So we got some great guests tonight, including Right now, President Columbayi Andernet, who is president of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, who is also a vendor during our June 5th market. But before we get into that, I wanted to see if Nze can give us a few statistics to help us really understand the necessity for the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market.
Sure, Uhuru. So thank you, Tashara.
You're on mute, I think.
Am I? Uhuru, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. All right. So just really want to appreciate the program so far, the videos and the PowerPoint, the slides, everything was great so far. So just want to give some statistics. So here are some alarming statistics in a community that is 97% African. We talked about some of the conditions in our last webinar, but we have to always come back to these dire conditions we face right here. So 38.41% of African people live below the poverty line. 34% of the African community reports that it is difficult to access healthy food in our neighborhoods. 26%, or 84,500 people in St. Louis, are food insecure. And what that means is they're hungry. And we don't have enough food to feed our children and our families right here in our community. 63%, about 63% of our community have low access to vehicles, and almost 60% of Black St. Louis, the Black St. Louis community are on SNAP or food stamps. So much of our community is forced to live on something like $5 a day, which is a far cry from conditions south of the infamous Delmar Divide, where white people have 10 times the income of the African community, and assets worth far more. So one practical expression of this is, for example, we gave young kids, 14, 15, 16 years old, who are left to roam the streets and forced them to trade poison for money to feed themselves and sometimes their family. So I also want to mention that the new mayor, Tashara Jones, is talking about reparations. The Post-Dispatch reported that Representative Cori Bush spoke about reparations to the African community at the Juneteenth event this weekend, and Mayor Jones announced Friday that she is part of a group of 11 U.S. mayors that said it will find ways to fund reparations for small groups of Black residents of their cities in order to set an example for the federal government. Details will be worked out with the local commissions set up to advise the mayors. We don't know what reparations to a small group of Black residents means or what it will mean, but the demand for reparations is being raised by these politicians because of the work of the Uhuru movement for more than 40 years, and because President Columbayi and Tashara, who you met tonight, ran for alderman in the past election on the platform of reparations to the African community. Sure, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right, so this is why the Black Power Blueprint is so important. Able to take on this serious reality that our African families face as part of what we understand as colonialism, that we face right here in the US, right here in St. Louis. So taking this on, not through charity, not through waiting for the city to do something about our hunger and poverty, but through political and economic power in our own hands, in the hands of the African working class, solving our own problems with the Black Power Blueprint, with the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. So we would also like to let everyone know that, as always, we're raising money for the Black Power Blueprint projects and would like to raise $500 tonight. So we really want to encourage people to go to blackpowerblueprint.org to contribute. We have a goal, again, of $500 tonight. And we want to encourage everyone to go to blackpowerblueprint.org to contribute. So you can also see the incredible projects. It's an incredible website. It really has tons and tons of pictures where you can really see where the money goes, the work that is being done, and the transformation that is happening right here with the Black Power Blueprint. If you want to set up a tour, if you're in St. Louis or live in St. Louis and you want to set up a tour, you can also contact us to do so. But again, we want to raise $500 tonight. So without further ado, I want to introduce our first vendor, our first guest, who is also a vendor at the upcoming One Africa, One Nation Marketplace. His name is Jordan Fly, and that is Fly with 2 Y's, of Fly Star Pets. So I want to say, Uhuru, welcome. Jordan, how are you? Are you there, Jordan? You're muted and we can't see you.
Uhuru,
All right.
I'm trying to get my video back on.
Okay. So while Jordan works that out.
Yes, I'm here.
There
Can
we
you
go.
see me?
Yeah,
Can you
there we
see
go.
me?
There we go. We wouldn't be the
Uhuru.
same without looking at you. Uhuru, welcome. I'm happy to have you.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. Can you hear me? So while Jordan works that out.
Yes, I'm here. Can you see me? Can you see
All
me?
right. So again, we're excited to have Jordan of Fly Star Pets. Jordan participated in our June launch of the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market, and we'll also be participating in our July 3rd market, which starts this Saturday.
Can I hear? I'm sorry, I can't hear Tashara.
Nzay, can you hear me?
Uhuru Chachara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Let
Can
me
you
stop
hear me?
my video and come back.
I can hear you and I can hear Jordan.
Okay, well, let's do this.
I hear
Let's go
everybody.
ahead and move to our second guest, who just jumped on camera to let us know that she's available. Always with good timing, none other
Let
than
me come back
Columbaye
out.
Antoinette, who is
Uhuru
one of,
No, we can hear you, but if you can't hear us, you can try leaving and coming back on. Okay, let me leave.
Jordan, can you mute now? We're gonna go to, all right, so Jordan's leaving and coming back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's happening. But again, I want to introduce Columbaye Antoinette, who is one of the lead designers for Uzi Custom Apparel. Columbaye participated in our June 5th launch, and she'll also be participating in the July 3rd One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. She's also international president of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement. Welcome, Uhuru.
Uhuru Chachara, I'm trying to tell you, it's funny, you know, we on these Zooms and these kids, these kids coming, like trying to ask questions. I'm on the live right now. So I just was trying to talk to them, which actually is my daughter that was a vendor as well. So it was just so amazing. I was looking at the pictures and I was like, I want to go again. Like, oh yeah, it's this weekend. It was an amazing event. I just really want to start off by saluting the amazing committee to make this One Africa, One Nation Marketplace possible for the African working class. Because we know so many times the petty bourgeoisie make it very difficult for our people to always know what's best for them. So I just really want to salute this committee that has been working so hard with every single vendor. I was a vendor, my aunt was a vendor as well. And, you know, walking us through every step of what it means to start a business and going beyond just being a vendor at the market, but actually building economic development for our families that will create another income that, you know, make it that much, you make it a little easier. Being a colonized African, you just have to have so many revenues or resources just to make it day to day. So the market was dynamic. It was fun. It was uplifting. It uplifted our community. You killed it on the stage, giving us that political education. And it was exciting. And I think every vendor understood that this market was different than any other market that they had participated in. And it wasn't because they made thousands of dollars. They made good money, but they had a sense of buy-in in the struggle of fighting for something bigger than just our market, but liberation for our people.
Yes, very good, very good. So Yeah, I mean, this market was like no other market that you will see except for the markets put on by African People's Education and Defense Fund. And so I just really want to salute you because not only did you, are you vending and, raising resources through Uzi Custom Apparel, but as I stated earlier, we had about 5 African women who brought their daughters out, helping them make money, but even beyond that, teaching them how to start businesses so we can really address this problem of a lack of resources and a lack of an economy in the Black community. So I just really want to salute you for not only coming, but inviting other vendors, including your daughter. I thought that was very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. As an organizer, and I've been a part of, organizing for 8 years, and I never was political before I met, the Uhuru movement, before I met Chairman Omali Yeshitela. And I have done a lot of great work and participated in a lot of great campaigns like African Shore Genocide, encampment tours, the Aquaba Hall, the Black Power Blueprint. The One Africa, One Nation market is by far one of my favorite things participating in, because I think it's so important to move beyond just lip service, but like actually what we're talking about when we say feed, clothe, and house ourselves. Like our people tired of people just preaching real well, talking real well, explaining their situation very well. We want concrete things that's actually going to change our reality, because we got to feed our kids. And, we're trying to keep our kids from going to jail, and for them to be able to have activities in their own community, such as the Black Power Blueprint basketball court and everything that we see coming from this amazing work in this office. So I just consider it an honor, to volunteer and encourage other people that is watching this, that you can be a part of this too. Like, you can be a part of this. If you have like 2 hours a week that you can volunteer, or if you have more, whatever it is, you could be not only a part of coming and participating, but you could be part of the history of making this market continue to be successful month after month after month, because this actually help us to have confidence in our community that we lost. Constantly reminded of the horizontal violence in our community. But when we were out there, it wasn't no violence. It was us just loving each other, shopping with each other, just celebrating our Blackness and our oneness, one Africa, one nation, and all that. So this market, I just plead with people to get involved, be a vendor, come and jam with us, and come and build with us, be a part of the building of making this market successful, because it is a lot of fun.
All right, yeah, Uhuru. And can you tell us what kind of business you have? You're the lead, that you're vending for. You're the lead designer for Uzi Custom Apparel. Tell us a little bit about that, how it got started, why you're participating.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I got to salute the famous one and only Deputy Chair owner Zanae Yeshitela. Uzi came out of her office. It was an idea that she had, and she had laid out the blueprint of Uzi and everything. And then I came into the movement, shortly after Mike Brown died. And Deputy Chair had this idea of a custom clothing apparel that is revolutionary. And it just fit, because I went to school for fashion design. I worked with various different artists doing wardrobe styling for videos and things like that. And, back in the day, in the 90s, I ain't gonna tell y'all exactly when, so y'all know how old I am. But, I used to do that. And so Deputy Chair said, EPDM, which is our international organization for the masses to come back into political life, fighting for the democratic right. And any political organization has to have an economic institution. And so Deputy Chair was really struggling with the organization, the whole Uhuru movement, to get off the treadmill of just fundraising, but have a way that we can, have the economic to support our political actions. So we would never be stopped from having a full-time revolutionary president, that we would never be stopped from resources, the questions of economics. So we built Uzi, and the rest is history. This last year, we really kicked Uzi in high gear, like really branding it, being a real LLC. with Black Store Industries. And it's just amazing. And we work with designers like Jordan Fly. He has many hats. And Mikhail is one of the another designer that Uzi has worked with. And we plan to work with more designers, just really saying that, you know, this whole notion that we have to be individuals as artists is a lie, that we can build a clothing line that has the way to fund our movement, that don't own to one person, and to support other designers and really help them to understand the whole question of organization is key to our liberation. So Uzi is a revolutionary chic line that make you know, revolutionary custom design. So this is a Uzi shirt that I'm wearing today. I hope you can see it. It has just a fist, and then it has cuts. And so each one of our cuts has a revolutionary name. So I'm wearing the Vanguard cut, and it's Vanguard because it has a V, a deep V right here. And then so you can catch all of our, you know, revolutionary. We got revolutionary hot, you know, we got revolutionary swag. We got just all different names of our cuts. And these are some earrings that from Uzi. So you can catch us with our accessories. So these are some red, black, and green Africa shaped earrings. And I'm also wearing one of our African wrist candies that are very popular. This one has like a little dog tag that says red, black, and green. It's in my DNA. And it's one of my favorite. So these are just some of the accessories that Uzi do. And you can always have your stuff custom with us. And so we have our own site that we're really excited. We continuing to build that, and we are one of the vendors that will be at every single One Africa, One Nation market. You won't ever have a market without us, because we're gonna be there.
Wow, that's incredible. And I just want to reiterate that Uzi Custom Apparel is the economic development arm of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, an organization fighting to bring the masses of Black people back into political life. So this is this is one example of the kinds of businesses that we have here at the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. And it really speaks to what the Black Power Blueprint is about, what the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market is about. So I want to wrap it up by asking you, just say a little bit about what you think the One Africa, One Nation Market and the Black Power Blueprint means to North St. Louis. What will it do for North St. Louis?
What would it do, and what has it already done? Okay, because it has already done some amazing things, such as just, you know, when we purchased this property at 4101 West Florissant and call it our Uhuru House, which means freedom, our Freedom House, the Quava Hall. You know, it used to be people that squat in there that did drugs and, you know, turned tricks and all kind of things in this community, in this facility before we got there. And those people in our community said that they united. They said, we need a Freedom House. So they sure that nobody ran in it, made sure that that nobody stand on that side of the corner and drink alcohol or beer, because they respect that corner. And this is what it means when people say we can't have a basketball court because the violence. Well, I say that's a lie, because Black people want nice things. We want the same Delmore Divide. And when you give them that, they support it. They honor it, because they don't drink alcohol on that side of the street. They respect that side of the street. They love that red, black, and green flag. And also when you see those little brown faces drive down the street on the school bus and they see that red, black, and green flag, and the bus driver stop and turns to their students and explain how powerful this is, and how when they came down here as a kid, they never would have thought that it would be there. Yeah, that's powerful. And even when we were just talking about, when you were showing the picture of, I'm so bad with names, Tammy, yeah, you know, she seen it and had to get out her car in the middle of the snow and say, who is responsible for this? So we have countless stories of like real concrete evidence of what happens when the Black community is loved, when it's fought for, when it's defended. because love is an action word. And everything that the Black Power Blueprint and the people that has participated in building all the different programs that come out of it is people that love Black people and think the Black community is good and deserve the best. So I think that the Black Power Blueprint will continue to move as a machine, fighting for liberation for Black people and fighting against gentrification and providing clean food for our community and providing programs for clinics and ways for us to stay in shape and work out, everything so we could be physically, mentally, and psychologically strong. That's what the Black Power Blueprint is up to, and that's what it's been doing and will continue to do. So thank you, Shachara.
Yeah. Thank you. This is what I want to do. I want to call on a volunteer out there to transcribe that for us. We want to put it on our website, on our blog, so that we can put that content, that message out into the world. So I'm serious. I'd like to call on somebody to volunteer to transcribe that for us. I want to thank you, President Kalambayi and Danette, one of the lead designers for Uzi Custom Apparel and international president of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement. Mother, and mother of a budding business owner, Black woman business owner. Also, thank you very much, Uhuru. All right, so next, we have our next guest waiting, and we don't just have a guest waiting. This guest has some surprises for us that we will surely enjoy. And Jordan, I want to put you on hold. I want you to keep your camera on. But I want to briefly see if we can turn to Nze for a brief update on the donations and remind people again to go to blackpowerblueprint.org to donate, blackpowerblueprint.org to donate. Nze.
That's right, Tachara. So www.blackpowerblueprint.org. You still can help us reach our goal tonight of $500. Just really want to salute and thank everybody who has donated already. Want to salute Penny H. She also left a comment saluting the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market and the Black Power Blueprint. She left that comment along with a $25 donation. So just really want to salute you for that. Thank you. We have a few more. We have Lisa W., who made a $50 contribution to the Black Power Blueprint and to all of these wonderful, wonderful projects that you have heard about tonight. We want to thank Ella K, who made a $25 contribution tonight. Really want to shout out Ella and salute her. She is also a volunteer for the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. She works with our social media and content development team. So really want to shout her out and thank you for tuning in tonight and your contribution. Want to shout out Janice K. Janice made a $25 contribution tonight. So just really want to appreciate those who have already contributed and those who are going now to blackpowerblueprint.org. So far, we have raised $125. So that means we have $375 left to raise tonight to meet our $500 goal. And Tachara, I know that we're going to reach that goal. And maybe Jordan got something up his sleeve that can help us get people there.
Indeed, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, I want
to. What are y'all
talking
about? I just don't understand what y'all can be talking. I just don't understand.
Is that a Geico? No. Oh, so yeah, brothers and sisters, guests, I want to introduce our next guest, who was also one of the vendors at our opening One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market that was held on June 5th, and who we are happy to say is returning this Saturday to our July 3rd market. His name is Jordan Fly with 2 Y's, and his business is Fly with 2 Y's Star Pets. Welcome, Jordan. Uhuru.
Uhuru, thank you for having me. And again, I just want to say I was so excited to attend and be a part of the One Nation, One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market last month. And just to say, to come out and see the people, you know, excited and families and the kids, you know, just to say what I brung to it. You know, the people were really in tune and excited about it. It just was, you know, really like, oh, you coming back next time? You know, and all this, you know. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
What made them so interested in, you know, what you had?
It probably was the game and the animals. You know, I came as representing my brand, my business, as well as my product. So, you know, people check that out, but it was more geared to animals and then the game that I had them playing as well.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what your business is. And then
okay.
And I want to say this too, that you know, we do trainings for our vendors. Some of the vendors have been able to participate, and we want to continue to develop those trainings. And one part of the training deals with how to be unique, you know, how to really stand out and how to really draw you know, shoppers to your booth. So I think this is a real lesson, and we might even have to update the vendor manual that we give out when we do the training and include you as an example. So tell us about your business, about some of the things you did to attract people.
Okay. So the business I brought to the One Nation Africa's Market was my product, and my product that I have is a premium CBD dog chew. And what this product does is it mainly pertains to for hyper, if your dog's hyper, if it's having separation anxiety problems, car sickness, different weather type conditions, loud noises, anything of that sort. So I ventured off and I tried this product with two of my dogs that I have. And one of them is sitting right here looking at me in my face. I'll bring him on shortly so you guys can see him. But I ventured onto this product and I tried it out. I have a French Bulldog and I have a German Shepherd. My German Shepherd is much older in age. She's going on about 10, 11 years old. So she has the problem with the weather when it's thundering and storming. So I tried it on her. I seen the progress with her. She totally was knocked out through the storms, the weather, nothing. It didn't faze her at all. I tried on my French Bulldog. He had very bad separation anxiety. You know, I could not leave him anywhere. It was real bad. And I tried this product on him, and I noticed how he reacted to the product. He was calm. You know, he was more normal. He wasn't so hyper. So I said, hey, let me venture off into this. So here I am today with my product to offer everyone if they're having those problems as well. I know a lot of people deal with their pets very hyper or car sickness, things of that sort. So that's what I brought to the market, as well as I brought out the Fly Store Pets. I have several different pets that I offer. I do parties sometimes. I'm going to offer educational workshops for children. I'm going to do it probably starting at around age 6, maybe 5, you know, because they getting smart at the age of 3. I mean, they coming out already knowing more than half the grown-ups. So, you know, I'm going to start it at that age, and I'm going to do different little workshops with them just to teach kids about different pets. Today, this one right here I have is my bearded dragon, and her name is Star. Star, I've had her since she was about a year old. She now is going on 2.5 years old. She is a bearded dragon. They are a desert reptile. So they require a lot of heat, you know, dry, that type of thing. She is carnivore. She does eat some green veggies every once in a while. She's very calm, as you can see. This is how she is all the time. She just looks. Some of them you could get to do things as well. But she's a very cool pet for people to for families to get for their kids. I do recommend you start them off little. Even though this size is fine as well as it's tame already, but start them off little, that way they can, be comfortable with, your child or whatever of their nature. So, and then who else I have with me is, this is Power right here, everybody. So Power is a black dwarf bunny. I've had Powder since he was 4 months of age. So I believe now he's almost about a year old, I would say. He had a brother. His brother, something went on with his brother and he passed away last year. So we lost his brother. But he's still around and he's very friendly. He comes, I call him. He's very tame bunny. So he will be at the event as well again. Hopefully this time it's not that hot. Last time it was a little humid. He was kind of chilling in the cut, so nobody kind of seen him for real, but he will be out to see everybody. And what do we have? More? And we have here Mr. Powder. So Mr. Powder is a ferret. He's a albino ferret. Mr. Powder is deaf. So Mr. Powder can't hear us, but Mr. Powder can sure enough smells. When I come home, he sleep, he wakes up as soon as he smells me. But he will be out at the event as well. Powder now is going on 4 years old. I got him when he was 6 months. I got him from Petco. Man, he's been with me ever since. He's very cool pet to have. They're a little mischievous. I don't recommend them to be loose in your house because there's some little thieves, They are the cousin of like the weasel and the what I'm trying to get out. Muskrat, his cousin. So I will have him out there. He'll be out there to say hi to everybody. And last but not least, I'm working on bringing my iguana and a gecko that I have. But last but not least, everybody's favorite will be out to the event. This is Sir Basil. Sir Basil is a French bulldog. Again, this is who I was just talking about with the CBD treats that I tried out on him, and he loves them, don't you? Don't you love him? So Basil is also ESA animal. He's my emotional support animal as well. So he goes everywhere I go. You'll see Basil. He also does acting, some dog modeling. He does a lot of different things. He has social media as well. But right. Basil will be out there to greet everybody, say what's up, take pictures, and do all that stuff.
All right, very good.
So the game. You want me to tell them about the game?
Well, I want to, if you can, quickly, because I want to get a chance to really just get your feedback on, what kind of impact you think the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market is and will have on this community.
Okay, so I feel that this One Africa, One Nation is going to bring the community back out. It's going to bring the community back together. It's going to bring the community, what's that song? We are one. Yeah, then what they say, we are one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna bring everybody back out together, because that was the feel I got. Y'all caught the clip of me with the flag waving. You know what I'm saying? It was a real good feeling out there. So I believe that this is gonna really bring the community back together. It's gonna show a residual of income amongst us, so that it's reciprocating around everybody. It's not just going out everywhere. I believe everybody is bringing something creative. You got the lemonade stands. Each one of them had their own little different things going on. You had people with their own skin products and that type of different thing. So I just think all of that is going to bring the community back together, because that's all that we like anyway. Flea markets and stuff like that. We love that type of thing, and that kind of bring people out, but we don't really have nothing like that anymore. And to have it right in the city, you know, right there in the North St. Louis area right there, that flag.
Farmers market, you know, this is a farmers market, a Black farmers market, taking on this whole question of controlling food production in our community. So I know we didn't get to everything. And I just want to tell all the vendors, you got some stiff competition with this business owner, this creative person, this vendor right here. You got stiff competition. He's got animals, he's got games, everything. So I just want to, again, thank you, Jordan Fly. We look forward to seeing you this Saturday, July 3rd, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market right here in St. Louis, 4031 West Florissant, across the street from the Uhuru House, down the street from O'Fallon Park. All right.
Thank you for having me, Uhuru.
All right. And Zay, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, Jordan was a hit. Like he had a line of kids waiting to see the animals and play the game. So glad that he will be back at the July market. I just think overall it has been such a great night. And just hearing from the vendors, you know, our guests tonight, about the impact that the market and that the Black Power Blueprint is having in our community. You know, the last webinar that we had Slow Spread Love, which, you know, everybody saw a picture of during the slideshow. He said that the Black Power Blueprint is changing lives. And I definitely agree with that. So this is your opportunity to help with that, to continue the work and support a program that is on the grounds and doing the work. The One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. Like we said, we're having our second market in what has been declared a food desert on July 3rd. Once again, the Black Power Blueprint is shaping the narrative for our community, and you can help with that by going to blackpowerblueprint.org tonight to make your donation and to help us get closer to our $500 goal that we're raising tonight. And this program, just like the others, this project that you have heard about tonight, is under the Office of Deputy Chair Onozanayi Shatella. With your help, we have accomplished so much, but there is still so much to do, like painting the mural for our outdoor event space and community garden. We are raising money for our community basketball court. So your donations will go towards that. So they should go to where, Tachara?
Well, first they should come off mute. Blackpowerblueprint.org, blackpowerblueprint.org. And we also want to encourage people to check out the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market website as well at oneafricamarket.com. Oneafricamarket.com. But of course, we really want to encourage those donations so that this incredible project, the Black Power Blueprint, can have the funding that is necessary to help us continue to fight for self-determination for the Black community.
Right. And Tachara, I know we're about to wrap up, but just wanted to, I know you've been, you know, able to ask others questions throughout the night, but I just want to take a little time to ask you a couple of questions. Is that okay?
Uh-oh. Okay, that's okay.
So, you know, you were at the market. You experienced that first inaugural is what I saw on Facebook. You know, I saw some people call it that. You know, some participants call it that, farmers market. What was your experience of that market?
Yeah, I just thought it was incredible, you know, and I think one of the things that came to my mind at the time was that, you know, there's this opinion that is pushed on us for political reasons that says that the Black community is bad. And in particular, young Black people, and more specifically, poor, working class, young Black people are inherently bad. And that is a, you know, a stereotype that, you know, doesn't come from just anywhere. It feeds the political system where, you know, politicians, even those who look like us, can create a career around attacking the Black community, and in some cases even create a career around providing services to the Black community that they know will never, ever, ever, ever solve the problems because they're more deeply rooted than they're willing to address. It feeds the prison system to be able to condemn the Black community and everybody who profits from that, and everybody who feels some kind of relief from seeing Black people in prison rather than, waging political battles, and whatnot. So it just reminded me of how beautiful the Black community is, how good the Black community is, how much people want to be, have self-determination. People want to have businesses. People want to work. They want to work hard. They want to generate money. They want to be able to send their children to college. They want to be able to send their children to safe schools. They want every, life chance that they see so abundant in the white community. And, we don't want to be angry. We don't have to live a life where, we're constantly feeling like we have to defend ourselves from being attacked and have to fight off and fend off all of the contradictions that are daily in our lives as a result of living in a community that does not have an economy. And people can say what they want to say, but you have to have an economy or you have nothing. People have to have activity centered around the whole question of how it is we'll reproduce life, how it is we'll feed ourselves, how we'll clothe ourselves. Without that, you have nothing. And the African community wants that. And so I saw people who saw a glimpse of that. And as a result, were able to really just enjoy themselves. And I got a glimpse into who Black people are, who African people are, when we're not under constant stress and oppression and anxiety. And it was just so joyous to see parents able to allow their children to run freely, and not have to, tell their children, stay next to me, don't leave my side, something white parents don't even think about doing. When you're in a bank, you see those little bad white kids running around, the store or the bank or whatever. And with Black people, we've learned to keep our children close to us. We remind them that this world is not theirs to explore and to, assume space in, and so it's just, I saw a sense of freedom, and beauty, vitality, sunlight, sunshine, laughing, playing, banter, and business development. And it was an incredible event. And what made all of those things possible, or what really served as a significant backdrop to all of those things, is that we had these incredible speakers and presenters, regular residents, regular community members, but also people who are considered leaders in the community, giving these rousing, touching speeches, talking about the need for the Black community to control food production and for us to be able to have self-determination in our community, and showing their unity with the Black Power Blueprint and the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. It was just an incredible day overall.
Yeah, I agree. It was. So you said that it felt like freedom, and just the joy in the air, just to be there. The feeling, the atmosphere was amazing. So just want to invite everybody out, to come out this next Saturday, July 3rd. We will be there again at the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market. And also want to remind people that we do have a $500 goal tonight that we're aiming to reach, and we are getting closer to that with your help. We do have a couple of more contributions. KCM made a contribution of $10. Thank you, KC. And Michelle O made a contribution of $25. So thank you, Michelle. And Michelle also wanted to provide a comment, which we love when we get comments with the donations. And Michelle said, salute to Deputy Chair Ona Zane and Black Power Blueprint Committee, volunteers, and community members. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for your contribution and your salute and your support. So tonight we have raised $160. We still have $340 left to reach our goal of $500. You still have time to make that contribution. You can go to blackpowerblueprint.org.
And then Zay, I'm sorry, I want to jump in before you finish so I can start the bidding war. It's not much of a bidding war, but I want to donate $25 if I can get somebody to match it. You know, somebody who is watching, who, if you can match that 25, I'll donate 25. That'll get us a little bit closer to our goal.
All right, now, so Charles donated $25. So if you're out there and you're watching and you're saying I can match that, go ahead, go to blackpowerblueprint.org and make that contribution. And Sachara, before we sum it up tonight, I have one more question for you, and that's regarding becoming a vendor at the market. So we've seen vendors, we've heard about this great opportunity for businesses to start at the market and maybe form into brick and mortar businesses. Just, that we talked about little kids at the market, starting off businesses. How do people watching, how do viewers become vendors at the market? What do they do?
They can, thank you for that question. That's very important. I'm glad you brought it up. They can go to our website at oneafricamarket.com. And if you want to get directly to the vendors page, just go to oneafricamarket/vendors, oneafricamarket.com/vendors. And there's a very simple application. You complete the application. We'll follow up with you within one business day. And, you can pay. We have two prices, $25 for a 10x10 space and $10 for a 7x7 foot space. So we just ask that all vendors bring your own tables and or chairs. And then if you want tents, those are optional, but you should bring weights with them if you have tents. Great.
All right. Thank you, Sachara, for that information. So if you are a vendor and you are watching, definitely sign up. And Sachara, what if I can't sign up today? I'm a vendor, I want to vend. Will I be able to pay and vend the day of?
Yes, you can definitely come out. Thank you again. Good question again. You can come the day of. If for whatever reason you can or don't want to pay in advance, we do love it when you pay in advance, just so we can choose a spot for you and know who who will come out. But you are definitely welcome to come out the day of. Vendor setup starts at 7 a.m. The event starts at 9 a.m. So the earlier you get there, of course, the better. But you can show up at 4031 West Florissant this Saturday, July 3rd, and still be a vendor.
Great.
There are certain stipulations, so it would be good to let us know in advance, but we certainly will allow people to set up the day of.
Great. All right. So I will be there. Sachara will be there. Uzi will be there. Fly Star Pets. And we're hoping that you will meet us there at the One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market on this Saturday, July the 3rd. So Sachara, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Just want to see if you can sum this up for us politically. I know so often we hear people say, the economic and the political are one. We hear that a lot in the Uhuru movement. That's what we say. What does that mean, and how does that tie into the market? Can you take us out by summing that up?
Yeah, another way we've said that is, all politics is just concentrated economics. And, that whole phrase kind of reminds me of a fortress, where the fortress is kind of the politics. And then what goes into the fortress is, the thing that you are protecting. And what we are doing with the Black Power Blueprint and the One Africa, One Nation market is really something that is unmatched. This is an economic development program with a to what end. It has a to what end, and it is based on our understanding that just like in everywhere in the world, in St. Louis, you have an economy that is divided and it's a literal divide called the Delmar Divide in St. Louis, where one side of the divide, you see obvious prosperity and wealth. You see on one side of the street, dividing line between the Black community and the white community. And then in North St. Louis, where we live, it is a literal food desert. It is what some people refer to as food apartheid, where the grocery stores, even the farmers and the growers, those who control food production, they exist in one community, they exist in the white community, and they exist at the expense of the Black community. And all of our resources daily, are under attack, and they are transferred from our community to the white community. It happens through tax money. It happens through our labor when we, work for pennies on the dollar compared to what white people get with comparable skills. It happens when we are ushered into prison, and you have a whole bureaucracy that gets paid to have jobs to facilitate the prisons, and private companies get rich providing commissary and toilet tissue and phone calls, just every way possible that that the white community is able to live off of the resources of the Black community. So we understand this, and the Black Power Blueprint is what we refer to as an anti-gentrification economic development program, an anti-gentrification economic development program, because we understand that the Black community can never have an economy. The Black community can never know any kind of peace as long as we have a parasitic economy that is structured to live at our expense. So on one hand, we're fighting for Black people to be able to control every aspect of our lives, our food, our clothing, our shelter, the production of culture and information. We say that we have to control every aspect of our lives. And then on the other hand, we're saying that that will never happen unless we remove, we destroy, we push into irrelevancy, as we hear Chairman Omali Yeshitela say, the colonial economy that lives at our expense. So this One Africa, One Nation Farmers Market, the Black Power Blueprint is part of this anti-gentrification economic development program. The One Africa, One Nation Market is taking on the question of how it is we can control food production in our community. So it's so important that people, number one, go to blackpowerblueprint.org, look up the information. There's an incredible book called The Blueprint for Black Power, but it's not enough to just read a book called The Blueprint for Black Power when you got the Black Power Blueprint right here on the ground. You can't ignore that. Make a donation, look at the projects, volunteer, come take a tour. So go there right now to volunteer us, to make a donation, and then go check us out at oneafricamarket.com, oneafricamarket.com. And if you are in St. Louis this Saturday, July 3rd, we want you to come out to the market. We want vendors, volunteers, donors. We need everybody to be a part of this incredible project.
Here's the chair. And I know I said I was gonna let you close it out, and then I jumped back on because I had exciting news. So you asked for someone to match you with the $25, and we got a match. So Masamela has pledged $25 towards our goal tonight. So just really want to thank Masamela for matching Tachara with the $25, and just want to thank everybody who was able to contribute tonight. We really, really appreciate all of the contributions, all of the volunteers, everybody who has participated and donated to the Black Power Blueprint over the last 3.5 years. We just definitely want to appreciate you all. Again, we have we're still trying to reach our goal of $500 tonight. So you still can contribute by going to blackpowerblueprint.org. Again, you can go to blackpowerblueprint.org to get us closer to our $500 goal tonight. So Tachara, it has been great co-hosting, co-emceeing with you tonight.
Likewise, Nze.
Yeah. So just want to appreciate everybody, and thank you.
All right. Uhuru, everybody. BlackPowerBlueprint.org. BlackPowerBlueprint.org. Make your donations.
Uhuru.
Hurrah.